Joystick, the Joystick Show. Up, down, left, right, B, select.
Welcome, gamers, to our twisted reality. The streets are filled with the Walking Dead. Oh no, it's just Apple Walkers.
Joystick, the Joystick Show.
Welcome to March 2024 in episode 141? 141A. That's what we're talking about. It's a Joystick Show, and we're back live for you each month. And I'm going to take a moment first to thank everybody once again who listens each and every month as we do this. You know, I understand the amount of podcasts that are out there now versus when I started this in 07 or 08. There's probably me and my dog. So we appreciate you. If you're listening to it and you're driving along or running, jogging, or playing games, what have you, and listening to our rants, I just want to take a moment and say thank you very much. We really appreciate it. To the Rumble Pack, and when I say that, that is a dedication of love. Being anointed to the Rumble Pack and listening each and every month is much appreciated. We go by our gamer tags. I am Bogue Spear.
And I'm Thing 12.
That's right, we're a father and son combo. If it's your first time listening, we talk about generational differences in gaming, even though our generations are becoming a little tighter and tighter as we go along here. I think you were like 11 or something when we started, right?
No.
That was like, what were we? Maybe
like
14?
Yeah.
All right, and that was like 40, so I mean, it's a big difference. But not so much now, because everything's homogenized and becoming kind of mainstream across the board, because we're all just gaming now on mobile and a little bit of console and a lot of PC. So it's evolved over the years, so we appreciate you listening. So what we're going to do is jump into our gaming front, because the sponsor, I think, we had to let go. We had to fire our sales guy, right? Did we tell the story about that?
Nope.
Yeah, he was vaping in the bathroom. Unacceptable.
Dang.
Yeah, you can't be vaping in the bathroom in a public spot. We have a sign up that says, please, no vaping.
Yeah.
And he was vaping. So I had to call HR in, right? That's Queen Bee. She had to get rid of him. So they're gone. I have no sales person. So if you're interested in being a salesperson representing the Joystick Show, send your resume to. How do they get a hold of us?
You can get a hold of us at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow@gmail.com, joystickshow.com, or at joystick_show Discord.
There you go. Look at you. You did that off the top of your head now, too.
Yeah.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. All right, so what we do, we break out the show. We talk about what we're playing on the gaming front, talk about the news. We got a Joystick News segment, a little bit on the VR, as well as a great deal of the month, and then we talk new releases, right? So let's hit that first segment. What is on the gaming front? Because my frontage has been all adulting and work, and no play makes Bogue a dull boy. No, we did go to a gaming event, but it was board gaming. But what are you doing?
Let's see. I'd say, honestly, I can't remember. I don't think I talked about this last month. But the biggest game I've been playing is called Enter the Gungeon, which is
the Gungeon?
Yeah. It's a roguelike, which I've talked about before, which I really enjoy. And that's pretty much it. Those games kind of, they sink your time. But it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of like, to explain it really, I guess, fast, it's like a Hades. If we played a Hades, how do I explaining roguelikes are kind of hard, but it's basically it's kind of like a top-down pixelated game that it's all about. There's like hundreds of different guns that you find that are like super like unique. They're just,
when you say pixelated, it's like 8-bit type of games? Or?
Not 8-bit. Like how do you explain it? Just like it's very indie, I guess. The game is an indie game.
Yeah.
So it's not too expensive. It also came with the PlayStation Store free games, so that's why I picked it up.
Yeah.
It's like there's 5 levels you go through. You like explore the dungeon, and the first floor starts off pretty easy. You fight a boss, move on to the second, fight a boss, all the way up to the 5th, and then you win a run, and then you leave, or you die anywhere throughout that run, and then you start completely over with new things that make it easier to go back in and beat it.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. It's the reason I started playing it was for the Platinum Trophy, because I'm going for different Platinum Trophies games. And so far, this one's been a lot of fun. And yeah, it's just another one I added to playing from that genre of games. So.
And is that just on the PS5 console, or is it on multiple?
It's on everything.
Okay.
Everything, yeah. Switch.
But it's free.
No, it's free for if you have PS Plus Extra.
Did you buy that?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a member now?
Yeah.
You didn't talk about that to the Rumble Pack.
I didn't.
No, nobody's telling you've been we've been Xbox exclusive for years. I mean, that's crossing streams right there, brother.
I wasn't gonna buy it, but my buddy said that he had it because he had he had it for the month to test it because he only has a PS5.
Yeah,
there's nothing else. He was like, all right, I'll get it for a month, and all the games that I wanted to buy came with it. A lot of them, at least, to where it made up of the price immediately. So
do I stop the Xbox Gold? Are we not using that now? Do we need to?
So the good thing about the Xbox is that I haven't played the Xbox in a while, but the one that we have goes to PC as well. That's what makes Xbox so good, is that it's with Microsoft. Oh. So it goes to the PC where I've played a ton of the Game Pass games.
Oh, off that same
through my
Pass?
PC.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean it's yeah. Okay. I don't know.
As long as we're getting a value out of it, they keep jacking they did jack the price? No, that wasn't that.
No, I don't think
Somebody just jacked it recently, the price on
something. But yeah, I mean both of them are really good. PS Plus is really good. Xbox Game Pass is really good.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Gotcha. Well, we're looking at we're finishing playing some of the Sea of Thieves. Went back in a little bit, played it more. Like you told me, just keep at it. We enjoyed it when we played it. I mean, again, it's just one of those things where even then you're doing a lot of sailing, right, and nothing going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Running back and forth and trying to figure out what you're doing. It was okay. So we went through that, and some of the missions, you're right, are pretty decent. But we just end up back on the Gloomhaven and just finishing that. I mean, that's like a whole year's worth of stuff, right, as we go through it. So we keep on that as well. But what we did, and I said we, because old Pure dropped the coin, the cheese, the bones, the beans on this one was, what's the new pirate game that came out and it got horrible reviews?
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones, yeah. So he picked it up. He said he literally didn't have a chance to even play it as he did it. By the time he got the download, he went online and was reading up how bad it was. And he tried to go back and sell it or refund it, and they wouldn't do it. So
they won't let him?
No.
Really?
No, so he's like stuck with it. I hadn't even played it with him yet to find out. But according to everybody, it's like glitchy or like there's just like, I don't know. He said it's kind of weird.
It's just not good.
Yeah, they say like the load times or screens or something are weird, and I don't know. It was kind of.
Why the biggest complaint was like it's just not good. Like it's a pirate game that you can't even board, or you can't
board ships.
Yeah, you can't get off. You can't get off your wheel. It's just like you're controlling your ship and that's it. And when boarding other people's like a cinematic, like it happens and you watch it happen.
Oh, that's what it was, right? The cutscenes, right? You don't get to do anything; it just kind of happens. Yeah.
And just overall, like people are comparing it to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which came out in 2012 or something, and it's just better.
The Black Flag's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally was. Because I thought that game was awesome when it first came out.
Yeah, so...
well, actually, you know why? That came out with when we got the 360.
The game...
The 1. Oh, the 1. You're right. It came out with the 1. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at my generation. I'm getting all turned around. Yeah. So that was awesome. That was one I did play. I don't think I finished it, but I came pretty close to that one.
I never finished Black Flag. That's a long game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But...
So that anyways, that's kind of where we looked at doing it, and that was going to be we're going to talk all about that because a great ship game and everything. No, not happening.
Yeah.
So okay. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I think it's time now to jump into the news.
The Joystick News Report. Joystick News.
All right, in the news, not a ton going on. Kind of crickets across the board. Outside, I mean, some of the big things that always come up is just, I think the last episode we talked about just the sales, right, of games and how everything's declining. And they're literally laying people off like crazy because they're off their highs of the 2021, 22.
Yeah.
I think 22 was a big start of that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Because I heard Sony laid off. It was like 900 people.
Oh yeah.
And they did it after a time where one of their major game companies, Insomniac, released Spider-Man 2. Had over 10 million sales on it.
Yeah.
So they're making money from that. Helldivers 2 is a Sony game.
Yeah.
You
didn't even talk about Helldivers.
I didn't even talk about Helldivers.
Yeah.
I played that. Helldivers 2 is one of the biggest games of the year. I have 700,000 people playing it at any given time.
Yeah.
So they're making a lot from that.
Tell us about it. I know we're in the news segment. What is that
Well, real
game?
quick,
That was cool.
with the amount of games, like, selling really well.
Yeah.
It's weird that they had 900 people laid off.
Well, they're projecting. See, they're doing that based on projections. The game's out already, so they're talking about the future.
So, yeah, hopefully that didn't slow anything down for Insomniacs on their side with their Wolverine coming out, with future Spider-Man DLCs, anything like that.
Right.
And I know that they have other game companies under them. The Last of Us game company, I forget their company is, but they had layoffs. So yeah, it's just kind of weird. But Helldivers 2, real quick, that's just a lot of fun. It's really cool. If you don't know what it is, it's like a Deep Rock Galactic, if you've ever played that. But you go down...
What is it?
Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Which I've actually talked about, like, I think last month or 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It's like a 4-player co-op. You go down, you drop onto planets, and you just eradicate bugs or robots.
That's the one you're talking about. It's kind of like Super Trooper, right? The B movie.
Yeah, and the coolest part about it is that everybody works together to
it's a multi-level co-op. What is it? Mass media or mass?
And so
MMA.
No, it's not. It's not MMO.
MMO.
That's like everyone's together. This is you're working. It's like you don't actually play. You can play with other people, but it's just your 4 people. But the progress you make on a planet goes to an overall progress of liberating the planet.
Yeah.
And so everyone's kind of working together on it. So it's kind of cool. That's probably why it blew up. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. The progression in it's really good. Like if you every upgrade you get is like physically something you can hold in the game or something you can see that it upgraded it. It's not just something that's like here add 10% damage to a gun or whatever. It's like physical upgrades, but it's cool. It's a good game. But yeah, no, I was just to a point of Sony's doing really well right now. I don't know why they laid off so many.
Well, again, a lot of it's futures, but I mean, I'll tell you, I mean, they're based on the histories. I mean, some of the statistics were like in 2020, right? Mobile gaming, because everybody was at home, right? Shot up 32%, or almost $100 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mac games and stuff like that even jumped like 7.4%. You know, Macs they're not heavy into that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But got console gaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soared like almost 34% to like $42 billion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are just statistics that come out. But then, you know, and so 21, growth fell 15% because now it's coming down. 22 dropped another 3.3%. 23 now down another 3.3%. So when you start looking at all this stuff, you know, the collapse of it, it's, you know, consistently down, yet they had to ramp up for all these games when they did that.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you know, that's the kind of the numbers that stand out with all this. So, you know, they're trying to trim a little bit down on it as well, but they're saying that but in 2022 some of the stuff did grow a little bit as well. You know, Backlobs was kind of a little dip, but they're saying that 2024 is still going to be kind of flat, and they're not even sure about 2025. So by doing that, I think they're just kind of making sure, because remember, it's all public traded. They got to show profit and growth for their stockholders. So that's what's been going on with them on it. So that was one thing. The other thing, there's really not a lot in the news, but the one thing that did come out, and I think all the Rome Pack should know, especially if it's really probably more of the riffraff conversation, but Meta came out and said it's deleting all Oculus accounts at the end of March. So at the end of this month, we're recording this on the 3rd or the 1st, right? So, I mean, we have to go on and do it too because we haven't been on our Oculus in a while, but I think we should probably just go online, right, and make the change.
On the launcher on your computer.
Right, launch on the computer.
Which it's going to have to be because our Oculus doesn't work, I don't think.
Yeah, and it was glitching out or something last time we checked on it. But, yeah, so that's interesting that, you know, just the whole concept about Oculus is now the name Oculus gone. right? It's now Meta. So Meta Quest, right? All the stuff. So Oculus will just be a thing of the past, like the Atari. Well, maybe that's still not in the past, but so if you're listening, you have your accounts on there, didn't know that, and here's the reason: you'll lose all your games, like all the games you bought through the Oculus store, right? Which is pretty heavy there for a while, a couple Christmases, right? A lot of people buying it, going crazy. Well, we have Arizona Rising or something. We have a few of those games. Do I have Commander? Don't we have the Command? Or is that on Steam? No, I think that's on Oculus.
What?
The Star Trek game.
Yeah.
All these things, we need to move it over. We're gonna lose it. So yeah, Rumble Pack. Make sure you check it out. Go online.
Oh yeah.
Load up your account and I think it's just a simple move, right? We should have done it before we jumped on, but to find out, I assume it's just a migration.
Yeah. It's just changing your account to the Meta account or to your Facebook or whatever it is.
Yeah, they want you to be on the Facebook is what they're making you do. The sons of...
beep!
Right, that was a late beep on there.
Yeah.
So, anyways. All right, anything else? I think that's really it. I think we can jump in.
This concludes your Joystick News Report.
Joystick News! Yeah, let's do the riff rap. All right, so on that, really the thing that stands out, because we talked about the sales of the Apple, right? Their Pro. What is it? The Vision.
Apple Vision.
Yeah,
Pro.
Apple Vision Pro. Well, I mean, since our last show, have you seen all these people just walking around town and they're just like looking up in the air, grabbing stuff?
I haven't seen them.
You haven't seen? No, I haven't seen that. Well, I thought maybe if you go downtown Austin, there'd be a ton.
Maybe.
Right? I haven't been down in a while to check it out, but I mean, all the videos and everything showing these people, and then people getting out of their Tesla trucks with them on. So they're driving with them on in their Tesla trucks. Yeah. I mean, that is some hardcore mofos right there.
It's kind of crazy,
right? Getting it done. So the question is that we had this conversation off mic and then with some other folks is like, what is this about? And really, the truth of the matter is, it's probably just a prequel to people wearing them in glasses, walk around. It's really just the next stage, right? It's just big and bulky, and people are doing it because you can walk with them, and it's kind of weird looking now, but pretty soon it's going to be common. I think, don't you?
I don't think it's gonna be common to walk around with a big headset on. But I think that technology is going to be common.
Yeah, well, I'm saying...
augmented reality, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the big headsets are just the first stage, right? Then it'll go down to glasses, then to contacts, or someone want to put it in your brain or put it in your chip. And
contacts would be hard.
Well, I think there'll be those haves and have-nots. I mean, we got to the point where it may even be like technology, non-technology people, right? Which is in a lot of lore and a lot of sci-fi stuff. People that boycott technology, right? Completely. It's kind of like we're the next wave of the Amish. Yeah. People that want nothing, or everybody's moving to one side of the Amish. It's either going to be America the Amish or America the tech. I don't know. But yeah, people say, we got to get rid of it completely. And then of course we don't even want to go down the AI conversation. It's been that just keeps blowing up and getting crazier and crazier. I saw Elon in the news was I think he's suing AI and Sam or the CEO and the whole thing based on the mission being, they didn't stick to the mission or something. I'm not sure what kind of legs he has legally on that.
Mission?
Yeah, the mission of the AI, OpenAI, and how they've changed it completely, and now it's at Microsoft and working with Microsoft and everything. So anyways, I don't know. It's just interesting, though, that the AI whole conversation continues to grow as well. But, yeah, the Apple Walkers, we like to call them. And I don't know. What's the price tag for you to buy it, do you think? What would it have to come down to? Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want it. I wouldn't do anything with it. Like, what realistically, I mean, I could, like, I have a MacBook, so I could project the image. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it'd just be so much harder to like, write anything,
right?
Which is like the only thing I do on MacBook.
I don't know. I think it'd only take 2 weeks to like anything. Like when I went from Windows, right, to Mac, right, it took 2 weeks for it to really kind of sit in and start working. If I just did nothing but worked on it, and you know what I mean. My thing is, I'm just wondering, and I have to try one out. Honestly, we have to go get one or go to the Apple store. I'm sure you can sample it or something, because we got to do it, because I want to know if there's that vertigo issue, right, you get with the Quest and everything else. They say it's less because you can see through, but it's still fake. It's still looking at a screen, right, as you're walking. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that would cause some vertigo or cause some issue, if I'm going to be sweaty McSweater and that.
I don't know. I don't know about vertigo, but I know people had issues with it. Like they wouldn't be able to like wear it for more than like 30 minutes without it hurting the front of their head because there's so much weight.
Weight on their nose or
and
bridge.
The band that they have doesn't go over the head.
Right.
It only goes around it.
Right.
So there's a ton more weight on the nose and everything. So they say you can't wear it for more than 3 minutes. It does come with another strap that has the one over, but it doesn't look as good, so people don't use it.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know about vertigo.
You know what you can make right now? We should TM this right now. Or if somebody's out there doing it, here's an idea for you. A baseball cap that kind of fits and works around it. You know what I mean? That goes over it. I wonder if you could do that so that you could put the hat on, but it protects the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You
I mean, you could probably just use a baseball cap.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, there we go. Never mind. But yeah, that would be something to check out. But yeah, I can imagine it being on the nose being an issue as well. But the battery life, I think, is only 2 hours on it too, isn't it? Constant use?
Yeah, but it has like charger packs, so like you swap them out and like you can keep it going.
Oh, really?
For a bit.
Well, I know you can daisy chain them. You can daisy chain the packs. You can do
really?
like 3 packs or something like that. A lot of people are doing the double in the back pocket, so at least you have 2, right? That go in. But I don't know. So you don't know. You don't have a price. I think my price is $12.99, maybe $11.99. I think it might be worth it.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd want it, honestly.
See, I don't know. My problem is I've been waiting for my big screen TV, my 77-inch, right? And I've been waiting for that thing to drop from 32 to like 1900.
I think I'd have to try it. If I tried it and it was really cool, like watching movies
right
anywhere, like if you were lying in bed and you were just watching a movie
right.
on a 100-inch, that's pretty cool. But if it's still weird and it's like it's not good quality because it's like a VR headset, then it's just not worth it at all.
Yeah, if they say it is, and they say the pixelation is pretty.
If they say it is, then I could see it.
I don't know. We need to hop in the car before the next show and go give it a try for the next one. What do you think?
No.
Should make it a plan.
No.
Come on.
I don't want it.
No. All right.
No.
Or is it that you're just scared that when you put it on, you do want it? Yes. See, I'm getting deep into your psychology here.
I wouldn't want to use it. Is the thing. Yeah. Like I would. I don't know. Okay.
All right. That's the wrap. Now it's time for the
Deal of the Week.
You're just not going to change it, are you? It's always going to be a week. The week, right?
Yeah.
You lazy son of a... All right. But let's talk Deal of the Month. What I did see, though, I think you'd appreciate, even though I think Santa brought it to you for this price, but the PS5, Spider-Man, they have a bundle. It's $50 off Best Buy right now, so you can get it for $449. Yeah, $450.
That's the Slim?
That's the Slim, though. See, before the Slim was $500, and I think that the one you have is $450.
So the Slim is the same specs, just no disc slot.
No, there's disc slot. It's just smaller looking. Remember, Santa didn't get it.
The Slim
because the Slim was overheating because it
has the same specs.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. He told when I was talking to a guy.
Why would they sell the same thing?
It's just smaller,
twice, but just one small. I don't get it. Because it came out when the...
No, I don't think so. That was not first on it. But I just know that the originals, I guess Gen 1s or whatever, ran much cooler, and they're bigger. But they actually look kind of cool too, actually, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
With the neon light and all that type of stuff. But anyways, so that's at least if you're interested, if you haven't bought the PS5 and Thing 12 talking highly about the Spider-Man game, which was pretty cool, I do have to admit. Then you can pick it up for $50 cheaper, $449 at Best Buy.
Yeah, it's just the Slim is the same, or it's lighter, smaller, and it actually has a detachable disk drive.
Oh right, that's true.
The same CPU, GPU, memory, storage.
Which you can go in like you did and upgrade, right?
It actually comes with a terabyte SSD, which I upgraded to, which I added a terabyte, so I have 1500 now.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
Remember I added the
that little
SSD?
Yeah, the SSD thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it is. That's weird.
Yeah, it's just smaller.
It doesn't even look that much smaller.
And the reality is though I don't know if they fixed the heat thing. It was a heat problem, but I assume they'd fix it, or maybe it was a software thing. That
I don't know. Mine gets pretty hot too. Or it doesn't get hot. It doesn't get hot, but you can tell the fans are moving in it.
Yeah, well they got bigger fans.
So the Slim's probably gets pretty hot.
Okay. So that's the deal. Take advantage of it if you can. Lastly is the new releases. So for March, couple things we saw here was what do we see for March? We saw Fitness Boxing, Fist of the North Star. That's coming out. It's fitness boxing. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but you get to go on it. Wulong Fallen Dynasty. I'll tell you, the artwork on it looks cool. Badass, but I don't know if the game's any good or not. Dead Cells, Return of Castlevania DLC. March 6th. WWE 2K23. Wait, 23? Are they always a year behind?
I guess.
Huh, okay. Was March 17th is due out, so if you're a WWE fan, you definitely gotta check that out. What else? Anything else that's coming over? Pega World, EA Sports, the PGA Tour, right? That's I don't know how that's gotta be. I mean, I remember playing the golf games back in the day, man. They were fabulous then. They gotta be awesome now.
Yeah. I think March seems like it's slow.
Yeah, but the big one at the end of the month, Resident Evil 4.
It's the remake?
Yeah,
or no?
No. Well, I say remake. I mean, there was a Resident Evil 4, but I don't know if it's like a rebirth. It's probably. I mean, I remember actually Resident Evil 4 was the game I played back in the day where I said I think it was my number one favorite storyline.
That was Resident Evil 2.
Oh, it was 2, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I think it was 2.
I'd assume.
Yeah.
Well, 4. I feel like 4. Huh. Okay.
Yes, but I guess they're redoing it, just some new sprite stuff, and obviously the graphics are like night and day versus them as well. So, do you know anything about this crime boss?
No.
Rocket City. It's at the end of March. It looked kind of cool, but it looks like it's I don't know what it is. I think it's a co-op, 4-player co-op. Looks like. But that's out as well. Take a look at. So yeah, kind of a down month. The Last of Us Part 1. So there's PS3 classic up to the visual quality of PS5 and 4. So it looks like they might have remastered it. Doesn't look like it, but The Last of Us Part 1 March 28th out. System Shock, that looks horrible. Sifu, no, also looks pretty bad. There's just a laundry list, but I really don't see anything else that stands out. Do you?
No. The biggest thing is on March 7th, Spider-Man 2 gets its first update.
What are they going to do?
They're adding like a new game plus. They're adding a ton of things that people wanted.
Really?
And yeah. Oh, it's not huge, but yeah.
I think Resident Evil 4 is probably the biggest one out of everything for this month. So cool. All right, that's it. That's the quick and short, low to the ground show. Kind of slow, but we wanted to make sure we caught you up and definitely take advantage of that. If you have an Oculus, to take care of that business before Zuckerberg pulls it up from the rug underneath you again on it. So, but we'd always love to hear from you. We talked about getting some interviews going. Want to have some guests. If you guys want to be a part of the show, how do they get a hold of us?
You can get a hold of us at joystick_show on Twitter, joystickshow@gmail.com, joystickshow.com, or Discord, Joystick Space Show.
Very cool. All right. Very good, my son. We appreciate it. Rumble Pack, again, every month. Until
Joystick, the Joystick Show.